Good morning, Church School family. I have been asked to share just a few passages from my book entitled, Is There Something in Between? I have chosen the first section, which is entitled Lessons Learned, and I will be reading excerpts from the piece, Everything I Ever Needed to Know I Learned in Pre-Kindergarten. During the 2020-2021 school year, during the pandemic and virtual learning, 5 days a week, I could be found in one corner of my family room, sitting beside a small table on which sat my 4-year-old grandson's tablet. My grandson sat in his small chair and stared at the screen as his pre-kindergarten class went through their daily routine. Part of that routine included reciting their daily commitments. The teacher would begin with, class, today we will use our, and as the students' names were called, they would respond with one of the following: my watching eyes, my listening ears, my quiet mouth, and my helping hands. Very simple, how very basic. In order for the student to have a productive and successful day at school, even though virtually, all they had to do was to pay attention with their watching eyes and listening ears, to be quiet when required, and be respectful when speaking to others. Work hard and be helpful. Of course, getting a 4-year-old to follow one of these commitments for an entire school day would be a monumental feat. But all 4 of them? Really? But these were the goals that were set forward with the hope that students at some point would achieve them. However, the more I thought about it, I couldn't help but think that these should be the same ideals that we as adults are expected to comply with: being attentive to others, listening, and when we do respond, being respectful and helping one another. As I watch these dedicated teachers working against all odds in a virtual setting, trying to instill in this group of 4-year-olds these very basic human attributes, I could not help but recall the many experiences I have had as an adult where these attributes have been totally disregarded. Watching eyes and listening ears. The Old Testament prophets, Jeremiah, Ezekiel, and Isaiah, all spoke about a people who had eyes but could not see, and ears but could not hear. In the New Testament, Jesus himself asked his disciples, "Why are you talking about having no bread? Do you still not see or understand? Are your hearts hardened? Do you have eyes but fail to see, and ears but fail to hear?" Seeing and listening with understanding takes practice. So in pre-K, I was again reminded that we should always pay attention, look and see, be observant with our watching eyes, and listen carefully with our listening ears. Quiet mouth. One of the most powerful weapons man has is his tongue. The words spoken by mortals can bring comfort and joy to one who is hurting or distraught. Yet that same tongue can speak words of hate and vengeance and cause many painful feelings that time cannot heal. Proverbs 17 states that the one who has knowledge uses words with restraint, and whoever has understanding is even tempered. Even fools are thought wise if they keep silent, and discerning if they hold their tongues. So, lesson number 2: be careful what you say, because once spoken, words cannot be retracted. You will be judged by the words you speak. Therefore, think before you speak. And in many instances, it is best just to have a quiet mouth. The last daily commitment is helping hands. We are to work hard, and when and where we can, we are to help others. We teach teamwork at an early age, how to work together and help one another, and how to work hard at whatever we attempt to do. These lessons are also biblical. In the 9th chapter of Ecclesiastes, we find these words: whatever your hand finds to do, do it with all your might. We are to help our fellow man who may be in need, and all for the glorification of our Heavenly Father. We are to use what God has given us to help others with our helping hands. The lessons we learn early in life should always be a part of us. But with all of our knowledge and understanding, it is written, eye has not seen, nor ear heard, nor have entered into the heart of man the things which God has prepared for those who love him. Praise ye the Lord. Go forth, church school family, both young people and adults alike, with your watching eyes, your listening ears, your quiet mouth, and your helping hands. Thank you.